Hope College Sports Information Director Alan Babbitt here with Greg Mitchell, head coach of the Flying Dutchman basketball team, preseason favorites in the MIAA. Coach, coming off a tremendous 2021-22 season, winning the league and the league tournament and returning to the NCAA tournament, what did this year's team is going to take from last year's to help them on this journey this season?
Well, I think it's a team that will take away the idea that collectively they found their potential. I think we had a season where we weren't really sure what was going to happen, and guys really bought into the collective goal and found a way to win a championship, which is great. But at the same time, I think it's a group that realized at the end of the season, I don't think we truly found our potential. So it's almost like we have an unfinished business mentality. We've got a lot of guys back from a solid team, as you mentioned, and it's got to be a team that really, truly scratches and claws its way to find its potential. So there's a lot out there. We've got a lot of guys that gained great experience, and I feel like we've got a collection of weapons that can get it done.
Two of those key players back, Evan Thomas, preseason All-American and the MIAA MVP last season, and Clayton Dykehouse, point guard as well. Just those two really feed and play off each other well and lead together. Talk about those two as a foundation for this team this year.
Yeah, I mean, and both have just gotten so much better each year, and I think with Evan, well-deserved Player of the Year last year, did it at both ends of the floor. I think the biggest thing with E is he's grown so much as a leader, especially as a vocal leader. Real cerebral player, incredibly high-level IQ, and I think when you share that with your teammates, he's allowing and encouraging other guys to find their potential, and that's been a huge asset to our team. He's obviously a very special player, and he proved that, but I think he can really impose his will within the confines of our team, which is critical. And Clayton, nobody puts in more time in the gym than Clay, and he's really evolved as a scorer, and I think that's what we need out of him. He's great with the basketball, but without coming off of screens and be ready to shoot it can be a tremendous asset to us because we need perimeter shooting out of him, and we certainly think he can deliver. And he just loves it. I mean, he's a great leader, he's a great captain, and he's a hungry player this year.
And those two will be the first to say they can't do what they do without their teammates. Talk about some of the other players that are going to play key roles, and how does this year's team find its identity on the court and move toward reaching that potential?
Well, I think with every team, I mean, it's a team thing, and we've got to have guys evolve and expand their roles, and we feel like our bigs in the offseason really put themselves in position to take that next jump. I think Gabe Quillen is one that by the end of last year was a very serviceable reserve big, and he has a chance to probably find a lot of minutes this year. And Devin Chaney is right there as well, who also is in the best shape of his life and playing really, really well. Back with Tanner Widgerink, who had a great kind of breakout season last year. So on the front line, I really like what we're seeing. And then our guard play, we've got a lot of guys that are fighting for minutes. Eli Schoonveld is off to a great start. We feel really good about some of our freshmen, Marcus Warman and Justice Mims. And then there's a collection of other guys. The line is thin at practice as far as the difference between guys who are maybe in the mix and fighting for those reserve minutes. So when you have competitive practices, you really have a chance to develop depth, and that's what we're shooting for.
Your schedule this year, Coach, a very good non-league schedule beginning this weekend with Wisconsin Stout and then Wisconsin Oshkosh, ranked 3 in the preseason poll. Talk about how the non-league schedule is going to help prepare you for what you expect as another gauntlet in the MIAA.
Well, we love scheduling tough games. We love the opportunity to go against traditional powers and teams that have that experience, because I think you learn a lot in those environments, in those situations, and the WIAC is arguably the best conference in the country, and we're playing half of those teams again. So early in the season, it'll be a challenging indicator, because I think we're going to find out right away maybe where our liabilities are, where we fall short. But at the same time, these are great chances to really establish who you want to be, and if we want to play and be the kind of team that we know we can be, we want to play the greats. And so it'll be a great start, and we've got a collection of great teams in our 11 non-conference games, and we love those opportunities for sure, and our guys thrive on them.
And then obviously getting the league. Obviously want to win the league, win that league tournament. What have you learned about the MIAA that it takes to be able to emerge as champion come late February?
Well, it's evolved. If you look historically, there was a stretch where it was kind of, you know, Hope and Calvin, right? And within the last 7 years, I think 6 different teams have won the conference tournament, and that's a credit to the outstanding coaching we have in our conference. Great recruiting that's going on, and just the overall balance. So we overlook nobody, and I think everybody has that same mentality. It's coach speak that every night anybody can beat anybody, and that's indicative of the MIAA right now. So we'll take nothing for granted, and I love that. I love that we have to respect everybody on our schedule, and you know, that's really what dials the team in. And if we're going to find out who we're going to be long term, then we have to respect every 40-minute opportunity that we have, and that's what we plan on doing.
Thanks, Coach. Congratulations on the early honors, but good luck this season.
Yeah, thanks, Al.